Good morning. Last night I requested and received an Adventure Lab credit. So today I'm at the Ojai Valley Land Conservancy Ojai Meadow Preserve to gather the information to create that Adventure Lab. If that sounds like fun or interesting to you, come join me. One of the major accomplishments of the Meadow Preserve is eliminating a flooding situation that occurred on the streets and reestablishing this wetlands area. One of the major tools that I use to make my adventure labs, and I will put a link in the description, is to have these little worksheets that give me the information that I need to collect so I can make one stop and get everything that I need. But for now, let's move on to the next area. One of the impediments over the years to free access to the meadow was this drainage ditch, which required people to descend across the often wet area and then get up on the other side. But just this week they completed a bridge to remove that impediment. That's exciting. That's going to be one of our locations. So I was fortunate enough to ride into Michael. Michael, tell me what your connection is with the bridge, with the entire preserve.
Long and short of it is I wrote a grant proposal to the state of California, which was funded, and that allowed regrading of the entire high school, redoing of the track there, so it's an all-weather track, and to renovate this area, really, that's not the right word, restore this area to a wetland. And that process started in about 2000. Took quite some time to take root and then be done to the point that you now see. But this bridge behind you is the last link between the parcels are divided here. And if you're coming from that end during the rainy season, you cannot get into this end and vice versa. Plus students that are going back and forth between the schools have to take a road that's several blocks away and very busy. So it was a natural thing originally to think about putting a bridge here, and it was in the original grant and somehow went by the wayside. So I just decided to rededicate myself to this many years later, and for the last six years roughly, I've worked on that. And the pandemic, of course, has slowed that down. When we were ready to put it in 2019, the pandemic hit, so we had to wait another 5 years in order for everything else to fall back into place, for the funds to be there. And now there it is, the Broida Happy Valley Drain Bridge.
Very good. Well, thank you very much. I've used this area and love the fact that I can now walk across the bridge.
Wonderful.
You have a great day, Michael.
Yeah,
thank you very much.
Okay.
So the question is, if you're taking stormwater off the street, how do you make it clean enough to support the native plants? Well, that's the subject of this location. I've gathered all the information that I need, and we're going to head over. And where do we get all these native plants? Follow me. So our fifth and final locations answers that question on where do they get the native plants? And the answer is, this is the Ojai Valley Land Conservancy Native Plant Nursery, where they grow the plants and also sell the plants so people can use them in their personal gardens. So that's it. I've gathered all the information I need for my adventure lab. I hope that you found it interesting. I do need to walk back to the car, but at this point I'll just tell you, thanks for joining me.